Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, the winds carry us across time, across generations, across stories whispered by the ancestors. In the stillness of night, when the stars rest gently above us, we open our hearts to the voices of the old. Voices that once echoed through the forests, across the plains, and beside the rivers of this land we now call America. Close your eyes and imagine the rhythm of a drum, slow, steady, like the heartbeat of the earth. Boom, boom. This heartbeat has been heard for thousands of years. It is the song of the ancestors, the melody of the land, the breath of the wind. As you listen tonight, may the stories calm your soul, may the whispers cradle you into sleep, and may the spirits of wisdom guide your dreams. Long before the cities rose, before roads carved through valleys, before towers touched the sky, there were stories. Stories told around fires that warmed both body and spirit. Stories carried by elders to children, so they would never forget who they were and where they came from. One of these stories begins with the Dreamcatcher. It is said, long ago, a Lakota elder climbed to the top of a high mountain to pray. He sought wisdom, guidance, and strength for his people. As he prayed, the Great Spirit appeared to him in the form of a spider. The spider spoke, weaving a web between the elder's willow hoop. "This web is your life," the spider whispered. "Many paths cross within it, some good, some bad. The web will catch the bad, letting only the good pass through." The elder carried the web down the mountain and shared its meaning. From that day, mothers and grandmothers began weaving dreamcatchers for their children. Hung above their sleeping places, they captured the dark, heavy dreams and allowed the gentle, guiding dreams to flow into the soul. Even today, the Dreamcatcher hangs quietly in many homes, whispering to the night, protecting the dreamer. As you close your eyes tonight, imagine a Dreamcatcher above you, its web glistening softly in the moonlight. It sways gently in the breeze, carrying away your worries, catching the shadows of fear, and leaving only the light of peace. The elders tell of the star people beings who traveled from the skies to walk among humans. Once, a young woman sat beneath the night sky, staring at the endless stars. She whispered her loneliness into the heavens. A star heard her song and descended, shining with warmth and beauty. The star became a man, kind and gentle, who promised her companionship. Together they lived, and from their union came children who carried both human spirit and starlight within them. The elders said these children became wise leaders, healers, and visionaries gifted with the ability to see beyond what eyes could see. Some believe that even now, the star people still watch us, guiding those who listen closely to the whispers of the night. So, as you listen, let the stars above remind you, you are not alone. You are always watched over. Another story speaks of a river that could heal pain. Once, a traveler was weary from battle and sorrow. He wandered until he found a hidden river deep in the forest. Its waters shone silver beneath the moonlight. With trembling hands, he touched the water, and his grief began to fade. His heart felt lighter, his body stronger. When he returned to his people, he carried not only health, but also peace. He told them that the river healed because it carried the memory of the earth, flowing endlessly, cleansing all that touched it. Some say this river still exists, hidden away, waiting for those who truly seek peace. Tonight, as you rest, imagine yourself by that river. Its waters sparkle softly. You dip your hands into its coolness, and all the heaviness you carry melts away. The voices of the ancestors remind us we are never far from healing. We are never far from wisdom. We are never far from love. And as you drift deeper into the night, remember the stories will continue. The whispers will not fade. They will carry you gently, safely into the world of dreams. Night deepens, dear listener. The stars above are countless, each one a memory, each one a voice of those who came before. As the ancestors speak, the wind carries their stories. And you resting here are part of that circle of listening. Let us wander further into their tales. The Lakota people tell of a time when the world was in need of hope. The bison herds had disappeared, and the people were hungry and weary. One day, a beautiful woman clothed in white buckskin appeared from the horizon, carrying a sacred bundle. She taught the people songs, prayers, and ways to live in balance with the earth. Before leaving, she transformed into a white buffalo calf, rolling upon the ground and changing colors as she walked away: white, red, yellow, and black, honoring the four directions and the circle of life. To this day, the sight of a white buffalo is considered a sacred sign of peace, hope, and renewal. So, as you rest tonight, imagine the gentle presence of the white buffalo, its fur glowing softly under the moonlight, blessing you with calm, strength, and the promise of better days. Long ago, when the world was still young, the animals gathered in darkness. The people needed fire, but no one dared to bring it to them. The owl, silent and watchful, flew into the night. With courage, it carried a spark of fire in its beak, delivering it to the humans so they might have warmth, light, and safety. But in doing so, the owl's feathers were scorched, leaving its face pale and its eyes wide. From then on, the owl became the keeper of wisdom and a messenger in the night. The elders said, "When you hear the owl calling, listen. It may be the ancestors speaking, reminding you of courage, sacrifice, and wisdom." Tonight, as you drift toward dreams, if you hear the soft echo of an owl, let it remind you, wisdom is always near. Protection surrounds you. The cedar is one of the most sacred trees in many traditions of this land. It is said that long ago, when the world was burdened with sorrow, the Great Spirit sent the cedar to help the people. Its wood was used for shelter, its leaves for healing, its smoke for cleansing the spirit. The cedar became a bridge between the earth and the sky, a reminder that even in times of hardship there is strength rooted deep within us. Close your eyes now and imagine standing beneath a great cedar tree. Its branches stretch wide, its scent fresh and comforting. You rest against its trunk, and you feel safe, supported. Grounded, the cedar whispers, "You are strong. You are not alone. You are part of the great circle of life." One of the most playful stories told across the tribes is about Coyote, the trickster. It is said that once, the Great Spirit placed a bag of stars in the sky and told Coyote to carefully spread them across the heavens. Coyote began carefully placing stars in neat patterns and constellations, but soon he grew impatient. With a mischievous grin, he shook the bag, scattering the stars wildly across the sky. This is why some stars form patterns while others seem scattered, sparkling at random. The elders laughed when they told this story, saying Coyote teaches us that even in the chaos, there is beauty. So when you gaze at the night sky, remember, life does not have to be perfect to be beautiful. One warm summer night, the children of a village grew frightened of the dark. They huddled close, whispering of shadows. The Great Spirit heard them and sent tiny fireflies to dance through the night, carrying light in their small bodies. The fireflies told the children, "Do not fear the dark. Even the smallest light can guide you." And so, every summer fireflies return, reminding us of hope, courage, and the beauty of small things. As you drift tonight, picture the glow of fireflies all around you, blinking gently, lighting you safely through the quiet night. The voices of the ancestors are not harsh. They are gentle, soft, like the brush of wind across the grass. They remind us that every creature, every star, every tree has a story. And tonight, as you listen, you are part of that story too. Rest, dear one. The ancestors are watching. The stories continue. The night carries us further, dear listener. The fire burns low, the wind hums softly through the trees, and the ancestors lean closer to share more stories. Let us walk slowly together into these whispers of the past. In many traditions of the first peoples, the land we now call America is known as Turtle Island. The story begins with a great flood that covered the earth. All living beings floated, searching for a place to rest. The animals gathered and tried to dive beneath the water to bring up soil. One by one, the strongest animals tried and failed. Finally, the small muskrat dove deep and returned, exhausted, with a handful of earth. The great turtle offered its back, and the soil was placed upon it. Slowly, the earth grew upon the turtle's shell, forming the lands we live on today. This story teaches that even the smallest among us can achieve what the strongest cannot. and it reminds us that we all rest upon the patient, steady back of the turtle. As you listen tonight, feel the steadiness beneath you. You are supported, carried, safe, just as turtle carries the world. Once, when the people prayed for food, the south wind carried to them a gift: corn. The ears of corn were golden, filled with nourishment, and became a sacred part of life. The wind whispered to the people, "Treat this gift with respect, for it will sustain you through hardship." From that day on, corn was not only food, it was ceremony, prayer, and connection to the land. Tonight, imagine yourself in a golden field of corn. The stalks sway gently in the night breeze, whispering songs of gratitude. You walk slowly through the rows, listening to their voices, and you feel full not just in body, but in spirit. The medicine wheel is a sacred circle, representing the four directions, the cycles of life, and the balance of all things. East brings the rising sun, beginnings, and new hope. South carries warmth, growth, and youth. West brings the setting sun, reflection, and endings. North holds wisdom, rest, and renewal. The circle teaches that all things are connected, and that every stage of life has its beauty. As you drift into sleep, imagine yourself standing at the center of the medicine wheel. The winds of the four directions touch your skin, balancing you, harmonizing you. You are whole. You are complete. Far to the northwest, the people tell of Raven who once stole the sun to give light to the world. In the beginning, a greedy chief kept the sun locked away in a box, leaving the world in darkness. Raven, clever and bold, transformed into a small child, tricked the chief, and escaped with the glowing sun. When Raven released it into the sky, light spread across the earth, bringing warmth, life, and beauty. This story reminds us that even tricksters can carry gifts, and that sometimes light comes from unexpected places. So tonight, let Raven's gift remind you, no matter how dark life feels, light will always return. In the quiet desert, there are stones that seem to sing when the wind passes over them. The elders said these were the voices of the ancestors, placed there to remind us to listen carefully to the world around us. A traveler once sat among these stones, feeling lost and alone. As the wind moved, the stones whispered softly, guiding him back to his people. Tonight, as you listen, imagine the stones whispering to you, reminding you that you are guided, protected, and never truly alone. The ancestors' voices are like threads, weaving stories across land and time. Each tale carries wisdom, each whisper carries peace. Rest now, dear listener. Let the turtle carry you, let the corn nourish you. Let the raven light your path, and let the stones remind you that you belong. Sleep comes gently. The stories continue. The fire has burned low, glowing embers flicker in the night. The sky above stretches wide, filled with stars, each one a story, each one a voice. The ancestors continue to whisper. Let us lean closer and listen. In many traditions, the bear is a symbol of strength, healing, and protection. It is told that long ago, a great sickness spread through the villages. The people grew weak and fearful. A healer prayed for guidance and was visited in a dream by Bear. Bear showed the healer the plants of the forest, the roots, the leaves, the berries that could bring medicine to the people. When the healer awoke, he followed the dream, gathered the plants, and cured the sickness. From then on, Bear became a guardian spirit, a teacher of healing. As you drift tonight, imagine the presence of a great bear nearby, not fearful, but protective. Strong, steady, watching over you as you rest, guiding your dreams toward health and peace. High above the earth soars the eagle, a messenger between humans and the Great Spirit. One story tells of a time when the people forgot their prayers. They quarreled, they grew greedy, they turned away from gratitude. The Great Spirit became saddened, and the world grew dim. But Eagle flew higher than all others, carrying the prayers of a single humble man who still remembered to give thanks. The Great Spirit, hearing this prayer, forgave the people and brought back light. Since then, the eagle feather has been considered sacred, a reminder of prayer, strength, and vision. Tonight, imagine yourself soaring high with eagle, above the worries of the world, where the air is clear and the sky endless. From that height, everything below seems small, peaceful, calm. The elders say that when conflict arose, the people gathered in a talking circle. In the center burned a fire, symbol of truth. A sacred stick was passed from hand to hand, and only the one holding it could speak. No voice was silenced, no heart ignored. Through patience and listening, harmony returned. The circle reminded them that no one stands above another, and that every voice carries value. Imagine yourself sitting in such a circle tonight. Around you, kind faces, gentle voices, warm firelight. No judgment, only peace. You are heard. You are accepted. You are part of the circle. Long ago, a child wandered too far into the forest and became lost. Night fell, and fear filled his heart. But then a great wolf appeared. Instead of harm, the wolf guided the child back toward his village, staying close, protecting him from the shadows. When they reached the edge of the forest, the wolf vanished into the night, leaving only paw prints in the earth. The elders said, the wolf teaches loyalty, guidance, and the importance of family. So tonight, picture the wolf walking beside you, its eyes glowing softly in the moonlight. Loyal, protective, guiding you home to the safe places of your dreams. The drum is called the heartbeat of the earth. It is said that when the first drum was given to the people, it carried the pulse of life itself. Each beat reminded them that they are never separate from the earth, from each other, or from the Great Spirit. When the drum speaks, the ancestors dance. When the drum beats, the soul remembers. As you listen now, imagine that slow rhythm boom, boom, a gentle heartbeat guiding you deeper into rest. The ancestors' voices weave through the night like threads of song. Bear watches, eagle soars, wolf guides, and the drum beats gently. You are not alone. You are never without guidance. You are carried by the circle of life, steady and eternal. Rest now. Let the guardians of the night protect your sleep. The stories continue. The night deepens still. The stars shimmer like quiet fires in the sky, and the ancestors draw us further into their circle of wisdom. Close your eyes, dear listener. Let your breath slow. The stories are waiting. It is told that long ago, a great fire raged across the land. The animals fled, frightened and helpless. But the tiny hummingbird did not run. She flew to the river, dipped her beak into the water, and carried a single drop back to the flames. Again and again she flew, drop after drop. The other animals laughed. You are too small, they said. But Hummingbird replied, I am doing what I can. The elders said this story teaches us that even the smallest efforts matter, and that courage does not depend on size. Tonight, as you rest, imagine the gentle wings of a hummingbird near you, reminding you that your small steps, your quiet efforts, your gentle heart are enough. Among the Iroquois people, there is a story of Sky Woman and her twin sons. One twin brought harmony, growth, and life. The other, restless and proud, brought hardship and challenge. Together, they shaped the earth mountains, rivers, forests, and valleys. From Sky Woman's body came the first corn mother who fed the people, ensuring their survival. The tale reminds us that life holds both ease and struggle, both sweetness and difficulty, but from this balance comes growth. So, as you breathe tonight, let go of the day's struggles. Remember that even challenge has meaning, and that nourishment always comes after hardship. The elders said that rivers were alive, carrying not only water, but also memory. A traveler once followed a river for many days, weary from his journey. One night, as he slept beside the banks, the river spoke to him in dreams. Keep flowing as I do. Do not resist the bends, do not fear the rocks. Move with life, and you will reach your home. When the man awoke, his heart was calm, and his path became clear. Tonight, imagine yourself beside such a river. The water moves gently, endlessly, carrying your worries away, leaving only stillness within you. Far above the mountains lives the mighty Thunderbird, whose wings create thunder and whose eyes flash lightning. The Thunderbird is both fierce and protective. It brings the rains that feed the crops, but also warns of respect for nature's power. The people told stories of the Thunderbird to remind themselves of humility and awe before the forces of creation. As you drift tonight, imagine the great thunderbird soaring high above, wings beating slowly across the sky, not in anger, but in balance, watching over the world, guarding the sacred circle of life. Among the Lakota, there is a story of the white buffalo calf woman who gifted the people the sacred pipe. She taught that when the pipe is smoked, prayers rise like smoke to the heavens, carrying the voice of the people to the Great Spirit. The pipe symbolized unity, man and woman, earth and sky, spirit and body, all connected through one sacred breath. As you listen tonight, imagine that same smoke rising into the starry sky, carrying your unspoken prayers, your quiet hopes, your deepest wishes, into the vastness of the universe. The ancestors' voices echo softly. The hummingbird teaches courage. The twins teach balance. The river teaches flow. The thunderbird teaches awe. The pipe teaches unity. And so you rest, carried by their wisdom. The night grows deeper, yet safer. The stories continue. The night is quiet now. The stars above shine brighter, yet softer, as though they too are preparing for sleep. The ancestors still whisper. Their stories wrap around you like a blanket, guiding you deeper into rest. It is told that long ago, a young warrior fell in love with the morning star. He climbed to the heavens and joined her, living among the stars. But he missed his people. The morning star gave him a gift, a flower shaped like a star, shining with brightness. He carried it back to earth. That flower became the morning star flower, blooming with hope at the first light of dawn. The story reminds us that even when we part from what we love, the gifts of memory and hope remain. As you close your eyes, imagine a star-shaped flower resting near you, glowing softly, carrying you gently toward morning peace. The crane is a bird of longevity and peace. The people told stories of how cranes carried prayers on their wings, rising high into the sky. One story says that when someone feels heavy with sorrow, the crane appears in their dreams, lifting them gently, reminding them to be patient. For just as cranes fly far on steady wings, so too does the soul find its way through time. Tonight, picture a crane gliding across a silver sky, carrying your worries far away, leaving you light, calm, and free. In the old times, it was believed that trees could speak. Their voices were not loud, but soft like the rustle of leaves in the wind. A child once sat beneath a great oak, weeping. The tree bent low and whispered, "Stand tall, little one. Bend with the storms, but do not break. Grow your roots deep, and you will endure." The child listened and grew strong. Tonight, imagine yourself sitting beneath a tall tree. Its voice whispers not in words, but in comfort. You are safe. You are steady. You will endure. Many traditions hold that the stars are not just lights, but the spirits of ancestors watching over us. Every twinkle is a smile, every constellation a gathering of loved ones. When we look up, we are never looking at emptiness, but at a sky filled with guardians. So, as you prepare for rest, know this: the stars above are not far away. They are family, shining softly, guiding you through the night. The morning star brings hope. The crane brings peace. The trees bring strength. The stars bring guidance. And you, dear listener, are held in all of these blessings. The stories do not end. They live within you now. Rest deeply. The ancestors watch. The wind whispers. The Dreamcatcher protects. Dear listener, the night has carried us far. From the Dreamcatcher to the star people, from the bear to the eagle, from the river to the morning star. We have walked together through the voices of the ancestors. These stories are more than tales. They are gentle reminders that you are protected, you are guided, you are never alone. The ancestors walk with you in every step, in every breath. Their voices are in the wind, their faces in the stars, their love in the earth beneath you. Now, let go of the day. Let go of worry. Let go of all that weighs you down. Breathe slowly in and out. Feel the earth supporting you, the sky above cradling you, the stories wrapping around you like a warm blanket. The Dreamcatcher sways above, guarding your rest. The drum of the earth beats softly, boom, 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 guiding you deeper, deeper into dreams. Sleep now, dear one, rest. The whispers of the wind will keep you safe until morning. Good night.